My name is Judd.
My name is Rich.
And this is a comic strip AP of Sorcerer featuring the healing of Percival Lowder.
Please, please.
Yeah, and when we last saw Percival, he was in the hospital. His coven mate, Julio Alvarez, was with him. I think in the last game we ended with Percival making kind of vengeful noises. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, vengeful, disappointed noises, since supposedly Flatiron and possibly Vanderbilt are both in rebellion.
Right.
Both demons are not happy that I've been gone for X amount of time.
Yep. Cool. You're talking to Julio, and then he looks almost bashful very suddenly. And you get the feeling that if he had a hat, and he doesn't wear a hat, but if he was wearing a hat, he would take it off. And as soon as you see his reaction, you know who's there. And then your mother walks into the room. Elsbeth Chambers. I picture her as a slight but very imposing Southern woman. She wears solid print pantsuits. Her hair is thinning a little bit, but she's too proud to get a wig. So she wears like animal print headscarves.
I see that. I really do.
Yeah. And she's talking on the phone to one of your sisters, and she says, "Well, he's awake. I'm going to talk to him right now." "Well, you deal with it." Then she hangs up. And Julio says, "Ms. Chambers?" She says, "Julio." No, she does not say Julio. She says, "Mr. Alvarez, would you mind if I had a word with my son?" He says, "Of course. Please excuse me." He very sheepishly walks out of the room.
I try to sit up a little bit in the bed. Mother?
"Percival, you seem to have gotten yourself into some trouble up here, among the Yankees."
Yes, some trouble.
"Do you want to tell your mother what happened?"
Did she shut the door?
Yeah, she closes the door.
I bound two. One was in full control, the other was fresh, and what it demanded of me was a sacrifice, and when I tried to get it, I was overpowered, and I just woke up.
Overpowered by what, dear? Or whom?
By a man who was stronger than I expected. And the cowardice of a coven mate who I thought would help. I didn't call on the demon. I didn't call on it. That was my mistake. I tried to handle it myself, and I failed.
You think that was your only mistake?
I acted rashly. I tried to move too quickly. The plan was well executed, but too short on a plan, an actual plan. But I survived, and the demons are still there.
I think it's time you came home, Percival. I think you've had your adventure in the city. You're going to get out with just a scar on your chest. I think you're getting off easy.
And what good would I be to the family if I did?
You would be very good. You can build up your portfolio at home. Come back here with a little something under your belt.
I have Flatiron. I have Vanderbilt.
No, darling, I drove by Vanderbilt. You do not have Vanderbilt. You have Flatiron, though it's damned close to rebellion. And if you don't get it some kind of competition soon, things are going to get very ugly. On top of that, there's a police officer here to see you.
What can we do?
You can tell her that you're not going to talk to her without your lawyer. And then the doctors will sign you out of this hospital. You'll leave this ghastly city. Come back to Savannah, where you're safe and surrounded by family. We'll start binding the buildings of our neighbors.
I'm not giving up on Flatiron. to go bind some old plantation homes.
Plantation homes? You're talking like a Yankee. Like, that's all the history we have.
I'm sorry, Mother.
And I think at that, flashback to the first episode where the cop who dealt with your assault comes in, Letisha Kyle.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
She says, Mr. Lowder, are you feeling up to me asking you a few questions?
I can talk.
Great.
It's good to see you again, officer.
It's good to see you. So I have a few questions. The night of the first assault, when someone tried to get into your building, you got a good look at the guy. Did you know him?
No, I didn't know him.
Okay. And on that same night, we have you in a cab heading up to the Upper West Side. You said it was pretty urgent. The cab driver said you were on the phone. It sounded like something was happening. Do you want to comment on that?
I saw him again. I have a friend. He lives several blocks away, and I took a cab. And I saw him again.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if it really was him, but I got a little scared.
Right.
And I called.
Okay. And still, at this point, you don't know who this man is.
No, I don't.
All right. And then we have you, on the night you recently got shot, getting out of a luxury Phantom right in front of Grand Central. And according to our cameras, the man who opened the door for you is the same man who broke into your apartment.
I don't recall that chauffeur looking the same.
No?
At all. No.
That's interesting.
I didn't pay much attention to him. He's a chauffeur.
Right. But I would think you do pay attention to people who try to break into you and your friend's apartments. What about the night that you were shot more recently? Do you remember who did that?
No. I didn't get a good look.
And why were you at 1 Vanderbilt that night?
I'm not feeling very well. Is it possible you could come back?
Mm-hmm. That'd be fine. Mr. Lowder, I'm going to ask you not to leave town. Okay?
Sure. I wasn't planning on it.
We're going to have a guard posted outside your door in case this escalates again. Something is going on. And when you want to let me in on it, I can help keep you safe. Like, she takes her business card out that she's given you before, and she kind of, like, puts it on the desk, on the little table next to your bed. She glares at your mother, who also glares at her, and she walks out.
I guess I need a lawyer.
I guess so.
Can we end it there?
Like, we could just end it there. I don't mind, like, a game without a roll.
Hi, this is Jason from the Gauntlet Gaming Community. If you enjoyed this episode of Comic Strip AP, please consider supporting the Gauntlet on Patreon. Our page can be found at patreon.com/gauntlet.